So good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning con call. First, we'll start with technical and derivative updates. So what we saw yesterday is the Nifty did open flat, but it made a dash towards 17,450 odd zones. But we did took support from that zone, and we did manage to close again above 17,500 odd mark. We did closed flat, but again the lows, intraday lows, were bought into, and that does suggest that the momentum is still up, and intraday dips has been getting bought, and it remains a buy on dip kind of market. Even on the sectorial front, what we saw is that Nifty metal closed with gains of over a percentage point for the second straight day, while Nifty Bank, Auto, and Pharma too chipped in with decent gains, while FMCG, IT, media, and reality did closed with a minor downtick. So the technical setup still remains same, wherein till we hold 17,100, mark on the closing basis, it remains a buy on dip kind of a market, with a strong resistance shall come near 17,800 and 17,900 zone. So if we come closer to that, it will be interesting for us to see how the Nifty reacts at that point of time. Even on the Bank Nifty, we saw that it had a very ranged session wherein it traded within the range of 200 odd points, wherein 38,400 was the ceiling, while 38,150, 38,200 was the bottom range, and it continued to oscillate within this range throughout the day, with major support coming in from ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank, which supported the index, while some profit taking was seen in PSU names like SBI. So even for that, Bank Nifty, the 4th April swing high, that is 38,765. So plus minus 100 point, this zone is very crucial, and it will be interesting once we come closer to this level, how we react to it. It may face resistance near 38,800 to 39,000 between this range. So one needs to be careful at higher levels, while 37,000, 36,800 remains to be the immediate support and the bottom for as of now. Uh, on the flow side, in the cash market, FI did had a net buy figure of 1061 crores, while DI had a small net figure of 768 crores. On the derivative front, what we saw yesterday is Nifty Future OI did saw some bit of short covering to the tune of 0.31%. That is reduction of 0.04 million shares. And with that, the total outstanding position currently stands at 31.01 million shares. Even the PCR OI saw some a bit downtick, where it closed at 1.23 as compared to its previous close of 1.30. And from the option distribution, major put writing was seen in 17,500 and 17,600 strikes. It was very aggressive writing, while on the call front, 17,700 and 17,800 strikes saw decent addition. So, and today, as the SGX is suggesting that we might open with a gap up, so we might open between the call writers major position, that is 17,700 and 17,800, and today being a weekly derivative settlement, so it will be interesting which call writers get caught and where the unwinding shall happen. So and on the Bank Nifty front, the index did saw somewhat of long build up to the tune of 2.2%. That is addition of 67,000 worth of contracts. And with that, the OI total OI stands at 31.21 lakh shares as compared to its previous of 30.54 lakh. And FI in the derivative space, in the index future, yesterday they did had a net sell figure of 876 crores. Index option, there a net buy figure of 790 crores. Stock futures, there a net sell figure of 460 crores. And stock option, there a net buy figure of 99 crores. So net there a net sell figure of 446 crores. And the stocks that are in FNO band for today's trading session are Delta Corp and Balrampur Chini. While in the report call for technical report, we have given buy on Polycab, wherein we can buy in the range of 2395 to 2415. Stop can be placed at 2348. target is 2515. While on the derivative report, we have given buy on NAM India, Reliance Nippon Futures, where you can buy in the range of 304 to 307. Stop can be placed at 296, while target is 324. So that would be it from my end. I'll pass it over to Bunty sir for further research updates. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Nikunj. Good morning, sir. Good morning, team. Continuing with the results season. So, firstly, on the results part, IRCTC has reported strong set of numbers. If you see the revenue part were above expectation by approximately 20-21%. In fact, revenue stood at 850 crores, which were up 23% on a sequential basis, that is Q on Q basis. And the revenue grew was led by catering service, which was up 32% Q on Q. Rail Neil Rail Near part 61% on a Q on Q basis, and tourism part, which was up 44% on a Q on Q basis. Also, internet ticketing revenue increased marginally by 3% on a Q on Q basis. However, EBITDA margin, there was a decline of 270 bips on a Q on Q basis, which stood at 37.6%. If we see in terms of profitability, internet ticketing continues to dominate the profitability for IRCTC. Near also reported profit versus loss in previous quarter. In addition to this, catering EBIT margins increased from 9.4% in Q4 FY22 to 12% in Q1 FY23. So our view is that in the long run, we expect the company's revenue and profitability will continue to improve, and we have a positive bias with a buy rating on the stock as such. Secondly, on the Somani Ceramics results were in line with our estimates. If you see, it was across all parameters. The positive is that despite steep increase in gas prices, the company managed to hold margin on a sequential basis, that is Q1Q basis. Management guided that through Morbi style manufacturers have opted for a long shutdown. Somani ceramic plant should be operational, and there won't be any negative impact on the sales volume. If you see, the sales has increased by 70% on a YOY basis to 559 crores, while EBITDA came at 45 crores, up 95% over last year same quarter. The company has reported the net profit of around 20.6 crores, which was higher by 3x, or you can say 362% on a YOY basis. So now the company is planning, or capacity expansion in value added products and focus on strengthening distribution network bodes well for future earnings growth. We have a buy rating with a target price of 863. Next is the Eicher Motor. Eicher Motors profitability was in line with our estimates with a healthy EBITDA margins. In fact, if you see this launch of new much awaited model Hunter 350 in India remains to be the key business development for the company. This Hunter 350 model is most affordable model among Eicher J platform motorcycles like Classic 350 and Meteor 350. Now the company continues to receive highly encouraging response to this model. Further, management has expressed that high optimism on the export market as well as positive growth outlook in the domestic market. We have increased our volume and PAT estimate after these numbers, and we remain very much positive with a buy rating on the stock. Next is the sale. If you see, the sale uh, profitability was higher than market or our estimates. In fact, revenue grew by 16% on a YY basis. However, decline of 22% on a Q1Q basis. The sales volume fell by 5% on a YY basis and 33% on a Q1Q basis to 3.15 million tons. EBITDA margin or EBITDA fell by 65% YOY, led by higher input cost. Whereas EBITDA per ton stood at 7,304 rupees per ton. The more importantly, the debt to equity ratio, which has stood at 0.5x in June 2022 as compared to 0.33x in the March. So there is a slight increase in the debt part, which has reflected in the profitability. The profitability was very much down by 80% on a YOY basis and 68% on a Q-on-Q basis, which stood at 776 crores. Lastly, on the credit path or on the RBI's credit data, which they have shared yesterday, RBI has published its fortnight number, which is as of 29 July 2022. So, roughly, it is the data for the July month, which suggests that banks' advances grew by 14.5% on a YY basis. If you compared with the last month or the June data, which was 13.7% growth. So there is a good amount of increase from 13.7% to 14.5%, 14.5%. So that seems to be very much strong and very much positive for the banking industry as a whole. As we have said, we will watch out for this number from the July month. The base impact will come into the picture. July was the first month where the base impact has come. Then too, there has been a good amount of improvement in the credit growth that seems to be very much positive. And among the banking industry, we like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, and Federal Bank. That's it from my side. Over to you, Hitendra.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Continuing with the results, Metropolis Healthcare declared their earnings. Revenue was down by 14% at 280 crores versus 327 crores. Their EBITDA was also down by 33% to 68 crores versus 102 crores. And their EBITDA margin also was down by 6.5% from 31% to 24.5%. And their net profit was also down by 55% from 75 crores to 33 crores. Aarti Industries came up with their earnings. The revenues are by 50% at 1972 crores versus 1317 crores. Their EBITDA was up by 18% at 369 crores versus 314 crores. And their EBITDA margin stood at 19% versus 24%. And the net profit was also up by 15% at 189 crores versus 165 crores. Glen Pharma came up with their earnings. Their revenue was down by 6% at 2077 crores versus 2965 crores. Their EBITDA was down by 25% to 432 crores versus 574 crores. And their EBITDA margin also was at 15.5% versus 19.3%, down 4%. And the net profit was also down by 31% to 211 crores versus 307 crores. And lastly, Interglobe Aviation, there is a news on airline stocks. The government is going to remove the limit that was imposed on domestic fares, and this limit would be removed from 31st August. And this was a total span of approximately 27 months. And now airline is free to decide the charge to the passengers from 31st August. And this would be a time when the fuel prices are stabilizing and demand is also bouncing back to pre-COVID levels. So a positive news for airline stocks. That's it from my end. Over to Prabhakar sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Hitendra. Good morning, team. Hindalco came with a very good results. Now, their revenue was higher by 40% at 53,000 crores, and profit after tax was higher by 47% at 4,119 crores. So, no, there have been few good results yesterday. Now, a few of them are Eicher Motors, Coal India, Hindalco, HEG. I think yesterday evening people asked query on HEG. HEG has come with a fantastic results. So I think there is a chance that the stock will rally. But we need to understand after result, 2 days it takes for stocks to stabilize. Con call meeting will happen. Then only the stock will rally. Yesterday we told GNFC very good result. The stock has come down, but still I expect at least 10 to 15% rally in the stock. Whereas City Union Bank after result it has immediately rallied 7-8%. So now result reaction, even if it is a good result, now it can take time because people take portion in advance, so they have to liquidate. Now after that only the rally will start. That is why I say after results a dip will come. That dip you have to buy. If the rally happens, then you have to jump in. So no, but good results from HEG also and Mazgon Dock also. Very good results. Mazgon Dock revenue was higher by 84% at 2,230 crores, and profit after tax was higher by 121% at 224 crores. EPS of 11 rupees, and they have an order book of more than 42,000 crores. So execution is something we need to look at, but I think they will be growing at 15% CAGR. HAL also today, Morgan Stanley has said bigger target. So defense related stock will not stop. Even Cochin Shipyard came with the results. Revenue was higher by 33% at 440 crores, and their profit after tax was higher by 47%. And for Cochin Shipyard, March quarter is a best quarter. This June quarter is always a weak quarter. In that also they have seen some growth, but anyway, they have a loan amount of 123 crores, and that is for a very long time. But their margins are higher than Mazgan Dock. Coal India came with the results. Revenue was higher by 38% at 35,000 crores, and EBITDA margin was at 34.9%. So it is more due to value increase, but there is a volume increase of 10%. So they have done better in volume wise also, and value wise there was a huge spike because of scarcity in coal. That is why the profit after tax is one of the best in the last 10 years. Now, one single quarter they have done 8,832 crores as profit after tax, which is 2.7 times higher, and EPS for this quarter alone is 14 rupees. So very good quarter for Coal India. I expect some jump in the stock, but we need to see how the next quarter pans out. HEG, they came with the results. Fantastic result, I've told already. 722 crores is their revenue, which is up by 74%. Profit after tax 2.8 times higher at 159 crores. EBITDA margin was also higher at 25.5% versus 17.5. So this margin expansion is something we need to understand in HEG. And the EPS, the one quarter EPS is 41. I expect good rally in HEG also. And company has said they will expand capacity from 80,000 tons to 1 lakh ton by December, and the commercial production will start early 2023. So next financial year, this will come into effect. PB Infratech came with the results, disappointing results. Revenue was up 2 times, but still loss also has increased. Now, when your revenue increase, these early startup are increasing their losses. So their loss last year, same quarter last year was 111 crores. This year, this quarter, it is 202 crores. But they have done good business, but that is not important. But now, as they grow, the losses also grows is something worrying. Oil India came with the results. On the face of it, it looks very good. Now, the revenue was 6,000 crores, higher by 96%. Profit after tax more than doubled at 1,555 crores. Now, EPS 14%. Production was up only 4%. Crude production was up by 4%. Natural gas was up by 5%. And crude was, they got a valuation of $112. So now crude has come down, so that will impact their revenue and profitability. Now, if there is a rally in oil and gas stocks, you need to use that as an exit. These are not something which will rally every time. No, there are a lot of results, but we don't have enough time. But I will touch Max Healthcare result came. Now occupancy ratios and everything is moderate, so I don't think nothing major will happen. Cummins, their revenue was higher by 41%. And whereas when their profit comes, it was down by 19% due to raw material cost, but their export is doing very good. There is one more company called Pitti Engineering, which also did a very good job, but still, already it is in the prices. With that, over to you, Sitija.
थैंक यू सर. गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन. अभी हम लोग ये कॉल को एक बार हिंदी में कर लेते हैं. ओके, तो फर्स्ट अपडेट है, बहुत सारे कंपनी के नंबर्स आए थे, तो उसमें से IRCTC के नंबर्स आए थे. IRCTC के जो नंबर्स आए थे वो हमारे एस्टिमेट से ही एक्सपेक्टेशन से आए थे अबाउ. सो रेवेन्यू जो था वो 23% क्यू ऑन क्यू अप आया है 8.5 बिलियन. और जो नेट प्रॉफिट है वो 2.4 बिलियन है, जो 15% अप है क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर। और जो कंपनी की जो रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ है वो क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर बेसिस जो कैटरिंग सेगमेंट में उसमें 32% इंक्रीज हुई है क्यू ऑन क्यू। रेल जो सेगमेंट है उसमें 61% इंक्रीज हुई है। टूरिज्म में 44% इंक्रीज हुई है। और जो उनका इंटरनेट टिकटिंग रेवेन्यू है वो इंक्रीज हुआ है मार्जिनली 3% क्यू ऑन क्यू बेसिस पे। सो लॉन्ग रन पे हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट करें कि कंपनी का रेवेन्यू और प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इंप्रूव होगी। तो करंटली मतलब हम लोग पॉजिटिव है स्टॉक के ऊपर, और जो रेटिंग है वो बाय है लॉन्ग टर्म के हिसाब से। सोमानी सिरामिक्स के भी नंबर्स आए थे, जो नंबर्स आए थे वो इनलाइन थे एस्टिमेट से। जो उनका नेट सेल है वो इंक्रीज हुआ है 69%, 69.5% ईयर ऑन ईयर 5,591 मिलियन। और इनका जो इबिटा है वो 449 मिलियन है, जो अप है 95% से। सो कंपनी ने नेट प्रॉफिट रिपोर्ट किया है 206 मिलियन, जो ईयर ऑन ईयर बेसिस पे हम लोग कंपेयर करें तो वो 362% से हायर आया है। करंटली जो स्टॉक के ऊपर बाय रेटिंग है, जो टारगेट प्राइस है वो 863 है लॉन्ग टर्म के हिसाब से। कल ऑटो सेगमेंट में आयशर के भी नंबर्स आए थे। जो नंबर्स थे वो जो हमारे एस्टिमेट से इनलाइन ही आए हैं, और जो इबिटा मार्जिन से वो हेल्दी मतलब अच्छा आया है। और कंपनी ने जो अभी न्यू लॉन्च किया है हंटर 350, उसमें जो उनका जो की बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट है वो पॉजिटिव है। और अभी जो हंटर 350 एक अफोर्डेबल मॉडल है आइशर का जे प्लेटफॉर्म मोटरसाइकिल्स में, जैसे कि उसमें क्लासिक 350 और मेट्रो 350 है। और कंपनी ने बोला है कि ये जो सेगमेंट है ये मॉडल है उसमें कंटिन्यू हाईली एनकरेजिंग रिसीव मतलब बहुत सारा इम्प्रूवमेंट मिल रही है। कंपनी ने जो पैट है वो रिपोर्ट किया है, पार्ट एस्टिमेट जो है वो 6% है और 12% है फाइनेंशियल ईयर 24 के लिए। करंटली स्टॉक के ऊपर बाय रेटिंग है और रिवाइज टारगेट प्राइस है वो 3,638 है लॉन्ग टर्म के हिसाब से। कल स्टील अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया लिमिटेड के नंबर्स आए थे। रेवेन्यू है वो 16% ईयर ऑन ईयर इंक्रीज होके 250 बिलियन है, बट क्वार्टर ऑन क्वार्टर 21% से डाउन है। नेट प्रॉफिट जो है 7 बिलियन है, जो अराउंड 80% ईयर ऑन ईयर डाउन है और 68% क्यू ऑन क्यू डाउन है। सेल्स की जो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी है वो हायर है जो हम लोगों ने एक्सपेक्ट किया था उससे, और उनका जो सेल्स वॉल्यूम है वो ड्रॉप हो चुका है 5.1% से ईयर ऑन ईयर और 33% क्यू ऑन क्यू बेसिस पे। नेट प्रॉफिट भी फॉल हो चुका है 80% से ईयर ऑन ईयर और 68% क्यू ऑन क्यू, और रिपोर्ट किया है 7,763 मिलियन। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है मेट्रोपोलिस हेल्थ केयर के ऊपर। रेवेन्यू डाउन हुआ है 14% से 280 करोड़, और उनका जो नेट प्रॉफिट है वो भी डाउन हुआ है 55% से जो 33 करोड़ आया है। आती इंडस्ट्री के भी नंबर्स आए थे। नंबर्स में रेवेन्यू है वो अप है 15% से 1,972 करोड़, और उनका जो नेट प्रॉफिट है वो अप आया है 15% से और रिपोर्ट किया है 189 करोड़। ग्लेनमा फार्मा के भी नंबर्स आए थे। रेवेन्यू डाउन आया है 6%, 2,777 करोड़, और उनका जो नेट प्रॉफिट है वो भी डाउन हुआ है 31% से 211 करोड़ से। कोल इंडिया के नंबर्स आए थे। नंबर्स काफी अच्छा है। रेवेन्यू जो है वो 9% से इंक्रीज होके 35,092.2 करोड़ आया है, और उनका जो नेट प्रॉफिट है वो 32% से इंक्रीज होके 8,834.22 करोड़ है। तो अभी तक का हाईएस्ट एवर मतलब बोलते हैं ना पैट मतलब प्रॉफिट कंपनी ने रिपोर्ट किया है, और उनका जो ईपीएस है वो 14 रुपीज है। सो अभी तक का ये नंबर्स अच्छे आए हैं। तो नेक्स्ट क्वार्टर में कंपनी कैसे पैंस आउट करती है वो देखने जैसा रहेगा। इंडिगो के ऊपर अपडेट है कि सिविल एविएशन मिनिस्टर है, उन्होंने बोला है कि वो इम्पोज ऑन डोमेस्टिक एयरफेयर से उसमें करेंगे जो है वो रिमूव करेंगे 31 अगस्त से, और इसका जो स्पैन है अप्रोक्सीमेटली 27 मंथ का रहेगा। तो एयरलाइन से विल बी फ्री रहेगी डिसाइड की व्हाट चार्जेस मतलब पैसेंजर से क्या चार्जेस करने हैं आफ्टर 31 अगस्त। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है हिंडाल्को भी नंबर्स आए थे। नंबर्स काफी अच्छा आए थे। रेवेन्यू जो है वो अब आया है 3,000 करोड़ के आसपास। प्रॉफिट है वो 47% से इंक्रीज होके 4,119 करोड़। कल बहुत सारे नंबर्स आए थे, उसमें आयशर के नंबर्स अच्छे आए थे। कोल इंडिया, हिंडाल्को और एचजीजी। और बट ये है कि बहुत सारे कंपनी में रिजल्ट के बाद स्टॉक में रिएक्शन देखने मिलती है, तो आपको 2 डेज स्टॉक स्टेबलाइज होने के बाद ही आपको पोजीशन लेनी है, तब तक आपको स्टॉक को स्टेबलाइज होने के लिए चांस देना है। सो रिजल्ट के बाद 2 दिन थोड़ा अवॉइड ही करना चाहिए। कल माज़गाओ के भी नंबर्स आए थे, नंबर्स काफ़ी अच्छे आए थे। उनका रेवेन्यू 84% से इंक्रीज़ होके 2230 करोड़ रिपोर्ट किया है। पैट है वो 122% से इंक्रीज़ होके 224 करोड़ है। उनका ईपीएस है वो 11 रुपीज़ है और उनकी जो ऑर्डर बुक है वो 42,000 करोड़ है और कंपनी सीएजीआर 15% से ग्रो कर रही है। सो इवन कल एक रिपोर्ट आया था, उसमें से एचएएल का जो टारगेट है वो भी इंक्रीज़ किया है, तो ओवरऑल डिफेंस रिलेटेड स्टॉक पे हम लोग पॉजिटिव है। कोचिन शिपयार्ड के भी नंबर्स आए थे, 440 करोड़ उन्होंने रेवेन्यू रिपोर्ट किया है। पैट है वो 47% से इंक्रीज़ हुआ है। यूजुअली उनका जो मार्च वाला क्वार्टर था वो बेस्ट था, जून क्वार्टर यूजुअली उनका थोड़ा वीक ही रहता है और उनकी जो अभी लोन बुक है वो 130 करोड़ है, बट उनकी जो मार्जिन्स है वो हायर है कंपेयर टू मज़गाओ। नेक्स्ट अपडेट एचईजी के नंबर्स आए थे, वो रेवेन्यू जो था वो 722 करोड़ है, 74% से इंक्रीज हुआ है। पैट भी 2.8 टाइम से हायर है, 159 करोड़। और जो उनका मार्जिन एक्सपांशन है वो हम लोग को समझना चाहिए। तो अभी कंपनी 80,000 से लेके 1 लाख तक एक्सपांशन करने वाली है दिसंबर तक और उनका जो ईपीएस है वो 41 रुपीज़ है। पीबी इंफ्राटेक के नंबर्स आए थे, नंबर्स कुछ इतने अच्छे आए नहीं थे। रेवेन्यू इंक्रीज हुआ है बट कंपनी ने लॉस रिपोर्ट किया है। लास्ट क्वार्टर जो लॉस था उससे भी ज़्यादा 202 करोड़ के अराउंड इस क्वार्टर में कंपनी ने लॉस रिपोर्ट किया है। ऑयल इंडिया के नंबर्स आए थे, रेवेन्यू 6,000 करोड़ 96% से इंक्रीज हुआ है। पैट अराउंड पैट भी अप है और उनका जो क्रूड ऑयल प्रोडक्शन है वो 4% से अप है, नेचुरल गैस भी अप है। तो आपको रैली सपोज ऑयल एंड गैस स्टॉक्स में आपको रैली मिल जाए तो आपको ये रैली को एग्जिट करने के लिए यूज़ करना है। क्यूमेंस के भी नंबर्स आए, पैट डाउन था क्योंकि जो रॉ मटेरियल कॉस्ट के हिसाब से। तो ओवरऑल क्रेडिट डेटा का भी एक अपडेट है कि कल आरबीआई ने जो 29 जुलाई तक का जो ये है डेटा उसको रिलीज किया। जो सो क्रेडिट डेटा ग्रोथ है उसमें एडवांसेस ग्रो हो चुके ईयर ऑन ईयर 14.5% से, जो लास्ट जून में 13.7 थे। सो गुड अमाउंट मतलब इंक्रीज अच्छा खासा हुआ है, तो ये एक वेरी मच स्ट्रॉन्ग मूव है। तो बैंकिंग सेगमेंट में आईसीआईसीआई बैंक, एचडीएफसी बैंक और फेडरल बैंक के ऊपर हम लोग पॉजिटिव है। That's it from our end. Thank you everyone for joining the con call. Have a nice day.